platform, and you has a lot of feature which is simply it is not possible through any of the virtual learning environment which is available under open source. Although there is a commercial platforms are available, like Blackboard is there, Desire to Learn is there, and there is a lot of other companies, a lot of vendors, they have developed their own platform. Google is somehow it because Google is popular, Google Classroom, it's not a complete learning management system, but it will give a platform to us to facilitate online teaching learning process. So a complete sense, if you say that Moodle and other softwares, they are following the learning pedagogy, e-learning pedagogical model, whereas the Google adopted some of the features, but it is completely, I cannot say that it's a complete learning management solution. Although some of the features are there, it is very easy to use. That's why it is very much popular. So I'm taking the second aspect, that is Google rubric assessment and Google assignment based assessment. We have seen, we have discussed in the morning session. In this session, we will be discussing the Moodle based evaluation and assessment. I pre-assumed that at least you have basic idea about Moodle based learning management system. Those who are not aware or they don't have Moodle access at their institutions, what I would suggest that there is a Moodle Cloud website, and go to the moodlecloud.com, and there they have various pricing mechanism to access Moodle, and you can for testing purpose you can opt a free account. Even it is very good platform if you are using a learning management system with integration with OER platforms, just like all these e-content can be created using OER platforms like OER Commons. There you can assignment was also I have given to you, that you could design your all the syllabus, all the content there. You generate a URL and directly you can link these resources to the Moodle platform. So that is one way you can use this free account with the Moodle. The second way, it is possible that the free account facilitate you to provide uh, access of uh, your content, your course, as well as it offers a lot of features. It has the mobile friendly app also, so users can join through app as well as they can join through the desktop version. So it will facilitate you in various means. So it is always idea that either you can create OER based content like through Wiki Educator. Even you can post your videos on the YouTube, and then what you can do, that you can link with this Moodle. The second aspect you can create, that you can host these video tutorial um, as well as the content at the various storage site like Dropbox. You can have Google Drive. So you host there and you create a link and paste that link with your learning management system. This is the another way to use free account of Moodle. If your institutions are having already Moodle installed and it is working fine, you can enroll there. And as per the institutions and as per Indian scenario concerned, what is happening in India, nowadays government is India taken initiative to hosting these kind of software through cloud platform. So the cloud name is Badal, and this Badal platform is available for institutions, Indian institutions who want to host this Moodle kind of platform, and they want to have access of this Moodle kind of platform to their institutions. This initiative, basically Moodle based platform initiative, is taken by the InfluNet. This is Information and Library Network in Ahmedabad. They are leading institutions, and even they have created Indian Research Information System for us, and many of the ITs and ITs, ISCs, even institutions have their research profiles there. They have Vidwan database too, as well as they have hosted this recently. They have hosted the Moodle based course platform, the Moodle course platform, Moodle learning management system to Badal platform. So if you are interested and your institutions are not willing to host the learning management system in their institution, you can try, you can approach to this Implemenate, and they will create your account to this Badal platform, and you can create your courses. Even the courses which is already created are assigned or taken by this EPGP Pathshala experts. These courses are also available for your institution access. Even the content level can be accessible. Many of the institutions, they have already adopted, like Central University of Haryana. They are leading in that. They have adopted this Badal based Moodle platform, and they all these courses they have created in for their institutions, for the Central University of Haryana. So it is the way it can be work, and the Badal platform gives you a lot of freedom to access anytime, anywhere, because it's available under a cloud platform, and you won't have to pay because it's a government agency, and government agencies is taking care of your all the issues. It is the Implemenate who will be managing. So it is always better idea to go for Moodle through this Badal platform. So I have also used this platform, a free account I'm using in terms of the training purpose. So I'm going to share my screen so that you can see. This is the platform I have created. This is the on Moodle. My course page is srirampande.moodlecloud.com. Okay, so this is the very good platform for even I'm using the free account, and it is it gives you some space at least to host your content and to integrate. But better idea, as I have suggested, that you can integrate with the Dropbox or Google Drive, or you can create an OER using OER Commons or Wiki Educator, and you can integrate these resources with your learning management system. So this is way that you could say that I have created my course with 90% or 100% of OER content. It is not possible to create a course content, e-tutorials, pedagogical framework with 100% of OER. But at least we could say that at least 7% content it is based on the OER model. Okay, so whenever these are the alternative we have, that we can use this free account, as well as we can have access of OER content. Okay, so the simply if you go to the Moodle platform, I'm going to just briefly, I'll cover the basic part, that you will see there is a option here at the top. Once you'll create your course, just like I have created a course on FDP and NIT KKR at the rate OTL, and this is the course I have created. And here you will see that turn editing on option. Turn editing on option helps you to create to edit the content. By default, Moodle takes weekly format and topic wise format. By default, it takes topic wise. Suppose that if you have 5 units and you want to have a topic wise display, you can have it. Okay, so topic wise also, and Moodle also provide a platform display format that is weekly wise. So weekly wise format has its own limitation, that suppose that you could not take leave during that time. If you have framed your time duration, it is always better idea to go for topic wise or social platform. Both platform are there. So what is the idea? What is the idea of Moodle? So whenever you are going to design a course using this Moodle platform, you must have to aware, you must have to follow certain guidelines. Okay. What should be the approach? What should be your approach to create the content? It is recommended, it is uh, it is the because it follow the e-learning pedagogical model, SCORM model. It is always better idea to to list all these introduction, outline of the course, learning outcomes, course introductory video, hands-on glossaries, assignment, discussion at the top of this course. Just like in this course, you could see that I have added the new notice and announcement, brief introduction to module unit and outline, learning outcome of the unit, course introduction video, hands-on activities about the workshop, glossaries, test your knowledge quiz, assignment, discussion, feedback about the course, and live class. I have added these tabs, these option at the header part because it is a common information. So it is always better idea to have at least few topics at the top ahead. Like you can put no notice and announcement, discussion, brief introduction, module wise outline, as well as learning outcome. Even it is also recommended to create a introductory video and put at the top, so that student may be aware that this is the introductory video and what we are going to cover during this course. Even there is a good idea to have glossaries. Suppose that in a course we have a lot of technical terms, and before knowing the technical terms, the student could not proceed. So it is a better idea that we can create a glossary, and it is very simple to do that. What you need to do, briefly I am covering. Go to the turn editing on. Okay, here there is a option of activities or resource. So whether you are adding activities or you are adding resource, you must have to clear. You just click on activities and resource. All things I have added through the option. Here it will show you a list of all the activities and all the resources. Suppose that you are adding an introductory video, you are adding a page, you are adding a URL, you are adding a file, or you can create a book in the sense that you can create introduction, book introduction, and then heading, subheading, chapter by chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5. You can create a book also for your course. Suppose that you have 5 units, each unit you can say that it's a one chapter, and each chapter contains a heading and subheading. So just like you can create the book also, that for chapter 1 you can say that suppose that I am taking a data mining course, so chapter 1 can be introduction to data mining, and then what happened, all these subtopics would be the part of chapter. So if you are adding a book as a course content, then it is better idea to select a book. There is another option that go to OER Commons, and there is an option to create a book, and you can create a very good book based on the OER framework, and that can be, the link can be shared here directly. Okay, so whenever you are going to share a link, click on URL and it will ask a URL. It will, suppose that you are putting a file, just like I want to put the syllabi of this course. Select the option file, it will ask you to upload the file. You upload the file, it will goes there. Okay, suppose that you want to, suppose that there can be also option that you can create a folder and all your learning and related material can be post there. So you can create folder as well, so that student, all these related learning materials, learning content will go at one place. Here there is a IMS content packaging. This is also very good idea. That is, if you have designed the model with this model of pedagogical learning, so if you are adding that one, it is also bad idea. But it will create a hierarchical structure for your code. It is similar like book, but it is better than book in some extent, because it complete follows the norms of e-learning pedagogy, e-learning framework. Here label can be there. Label is nothing but a topic. Suppose that you want to give label within a topic. Suppose that it will list you the topic wise format, and within topic you want to create subtopics. So use this feature to create a label. And a page is simply a web page or a simple page. Okay, you can create there directly. Okay, so you can create directly a page. Suppose like you are putting the content in a just like you are copying and pasting in a word file. So you can create a page and directly you can have content there. So these are the option to add the resource. So whatever you needed, you can select, and based on your requirement you can add, and the place of location would be the same where you have added. Here activities is very much important. Activities is I'm briefly covering the aspect. I'm briefly covering these aspect. Then how uh, the Moodle works, how we can add. Here it is very important feature you have. What are the feature you have? First is the assignment. Assignment is the same like we are creating assignment for a student. Okay, so it is the same like Google's classroom works. Okay, so in there, here also we can create a rubric based assignment. Okay, so there is an option we can create rubric based assignment. Here what I can do that, here blue button, it is a wonderful feature. It is very good feature. It is a smart feature of Moodle. This big beep blue button, what it says, it basically it this feature helps you to conduct class online like Google Meet. Okay, so it's a good feature. It is, although it is not, it is slow in some context. It's my personal experience, but this is used for taking live classes. Okay, chat window, if you want to do the real time chat with the student, or so it will create a chat window for you. Choice, you can create the event database. You can create the list of question, so that you can later you can use external. There is the external tools like I said in the last lecture, that this Google assignment can be integrated. So it can be integrated using external tool easily. The feedback of the course can be taken by this forums. If you want that, you want to have a discussion forum, you can add discussion forum. Glossaries also you can add. I said that if you want to use glossaries for your student, technical terms definition, you can add glossaries. It's very simple to do that. Okay, and there are other many other foods, just like lesson plans. You have quiz, that is very good aspect. Quizzes you can add. Again, score model. You have survey. If you want to do the survey, it is a very good feature adopted by the Moodle. You can conduct a surveys of the students using this tool. So it's a very good tool, and there is a lot of activities added to it. Even conducting the workshops is possible. It's made it very easy through this platform. And even the Wikipedia, the wiki pages can be created, and even Wikipedia content can be added through this feature. So it's very good thing. So you make sure that you want to add activities and resources, and based on your requirement you add these features. In the beginning I said that what you need to do here, you have to give at the top, you have to give announcement. Even you can have you can create a survey. Suppose that I am creating a survey. Okay, so it will create a survey for you. Okay, survey type you have to select. Okay, how many questions you have, based on that you can create. Okay, so you have to decide the questions, format it based on your requirement. So just like I have selected this one. Okay, so survey you can create, and I'm not going to cover this in detail, because I have to cover the that main aspect, that is how to do the assessment part. So I'm covering the quiz part and assessment part. Okay, so you just try, there is a lots of option for creating a new survey, and you try and have a look. Okay, so I'm going to take the assessment part, then how we can create assignment, and how we can create evaluate them. So what I'm going to discuss, I'll discuss how we can create manually the question. So we will see how we can create MCQs manually, how we can create uh, manually through import option, how we can create true and false based question manually, and how we can create this true and false question through import export option. There is another way that we can have a short answer types question. Short answer type question can be also created using manual method, as well as through import export. Already if you have question, you can import and export. So I am covering these aspect, and after that I'll take how to evaluate this. So we will covering these aspect in brief way. Okay, so let us we are adding a question for a student under e-assessment. So I can put here add activities. So what I need to do, because it's a quiz, so I have added quiz. Okay, so I'm just like before starting the question, I can assign a quiz for the student. Okay, so I have design a quiz, test your knowledge. That's enough. Test your knowledge. Okay. So this is the quiz. Here is the description about that. It is optional. You could or you could not give. Okay. Here timing, you can say that they can opt. If you give timing, it will be appear during that time. If you make it disable, so it won't allow. It allow everyone to attempt this quiz anytime. Okay, it based on you. Open attempts are submitted are yes, exactly. It would be, and there is a lot of other option you have. It based on your requirement. Here grading, because you are testing the knowledge. You if you want to grade it, it's okay. Otherwise, if suppose that you have assigned that 10 marks is assigned for to pass. So once once they will get minimum 10 marks, they won't allow to even these quizzes can be assigned at the front page of the course itself. Unless until they will attempt this quiz, they cannot enter. Okay, so it based on your requirement. Okay, I'm going to simply design a thing. Here you won't have to do anything, just save and return to the course. It is the simplest way I am saying. It is a very complicated software, but it is the simplest. So I have said that I have designed test your knowledge. Okay, so this is the quiz. Again, you click on the quiz. I'm going to design MCQs. Go to the edit quiz. Okay, here it would be a question. Okay, so it will ask some of the question. Okay, so you have to, it has a lot of option to create a different kind of question pattern. You can have lots of pattern, which is even not possible through Google Classroom or many others learning management software. So let's see. I'm going to design a question. You see, it has a lot of option. Okay, even descriptive type of question you can put on. If I have calculated question, mathematical type, calculated multiple choice, it has calculated simple type, it has drag and drop menu, it has drag and drop markers, it has drag and drop into the image. In image it will be it has embedded answers, it has essay type, it has matching type, it has multiple choice, it has numerical type, it has random short answer matching, it has select missing words, missing word question type is also there, and it has short answer, and it has true false, other it has descriptive question as well. So it has a lot of option, and it is suitable for almost all kind of teaching courses, just like mathematics teachers are it will be beneficial for them also, for social science, for humanities. It is very simple. So let us design MCQs manually, and let's see how it works. So I'm going to design the multiple choice question, selecting multiple choice question. Okay. Okay. So here, what you need to do, you won't have to do the question number. Okay. What you have to do, just just put question dot. Don't write anything. Here your question will be go. Okay. So let us go study some of the question so that we can design a MCQs. So I'm taking some of the MCQs from here. Okay. Suppose that I'm taking this question. This is the manually I am taking. Your question will be go here. Okay. The term of copyright in India. This is the question. And these are the answers. Okay. Here you won't have to do anything. Default mark is 1. Marking, you are giving 1 marks for the right answer. Here you can put your answer order, one answer only. If you want that multiple answer are correct, you could choose the multiple answer allowed. Okay. So it based on you whether you are opting in multiple choice, 2 answer can may be correct, even 3 answer may be correct. Okay. So I am first selecting one answer early, and this is the shuffle the choice. It is very good. That is, that for if you are giving this assignment to the students and you are evaluating their performance, each and every question based on the algorithm it has, based on the mechanism it has, each and every question would be shuffled. Even their option would be also changed. Suppose that for this question, I will get A option as a 62 years, 60 years first option, and others can get first option as a D. So it is based on the mechanics. So it will suffer the choices. Here, the number of choices you have, the number of choices, it means that here you want to give ABCD, or you want to give 1 2 3, or you want to give no numbering pattern. So suppose I have choose that it will give ABC. Okay. So standard instruction, if you want to show the instructions, you can say yes, otherwise it was so any instruction. Here you have to select the answers. Okay, so suppose that in this question, which one is correct? First one is correct. Here you won't have to write ABC. It is already I have defined ABC. Okay, so you won't have to define ABC here. So I have given here answer. It's lot for the life author 60 years. This is the correct answer. If this is the correct answer, okay, then you have to mark that 100%. 100% means 100% correct answer. Okay. Here you can the feedback, you can give feedback also. Okay. Feedback means the answers. If it is correct, you can write that correct answer. Whether they will, you can give the feedback answer. Okay. Here it done. Now I am coming to the second one. Let us put feedback in each and every question so that it will display it. You won't have to write 1, 2, 3. Okay. Only make sure that you have to give the grade. Depends on the copyright notice. Suppose that if it is a negative marking, you can put. Okay. If they got negative marking, what is the negative percent? Just like uh, uh, in BHU we have 25%. So if they will select this option, I am putting as minus 25%. So it will detect the marks. Okay. The marking is 1, so it will detect minus 25%. Okay. Which is not possible in Google platform. Okay. Here I put minus 25%, and fourth is and also I put minus 25%. Now I have only 4 options. Just save changes and continue it. Okay, so it will, what will happen, it will show you my answer so that I can check. It will create a HTML format. Okay, now save change. You can see the preview also from here. Now my question is created. Okay, this is my question, the term copyright in India, and you could see here it is displayed that it is multiple choice question. Okay, clear? Now I am adding the next question, which is based on true and false. You can create any kind of question, true and false. I have added. Question name, I'm taking from this sheet only. Yes, true or false. Let me make it true or false. Question name, again same way you have to give your question, dot, don't write question number because it will take automatically and it helps to shuffle the question. If you put ABC or 1 2 3, it will create in the problems. Okay, default mark is 1, ID mark you want a correct answer is correct answer true. Okay, here you have to give general feedback. Here you have to correct answer is true. Okay, so feedback for true you can write. Okay, correct answer if it is false, then correct for false you can write the same thing. Okay, and save changes. So this is the true and false based question I have created. So now I have created two questions. One is multiple choice and one is true and false. Now I'm going to create a short answer type question. Okay, let's see how it works. Okay, here question dot, the symbol of copyright is dot. Okay, so this is a short answer type. Okay, here default market general feedback you put. Okay, case sensitivity, if you put case sensitivity it means uh, it will take capital and small in the same way. Okay, here the answer you have to give. So I have given is like this, C copyright, or someone can give, it is matching, no, someone can give capital C as well, so it is case matching I have given. And someone can give like this also. Okay, so all these possible answers you have to define. Okay, so either someone can write C or someone can write in capital C, or they can write uh, s- at the rate, this is not at the rate, actually it should be C, but in but I have defined in that way. Okay, so I have made the changes. Somewhere it is the problem, it's showing. Let's see. Here you have to answer which one is the correct. Okay, grade you have, if this would be okay, if they will give uh, so I will, yeah, it's 100% correct. Even if they can write this one, so I consider is a right. And if they will write this way, I can consider only the 90% correction. Okay, only copyright simple is okay. So now I have three questions I have created. One is the first question I have created, which is the MCQs. The second question I have created, which is nothing but true and false. And third question I have created, which is nothing but a true and false question. This is the manual creation and questions. Okay. Now it is a better idea for you that whenever you are designing a quiz, you set the labels. Okay, label helps you to identify the question patterns. So here you can add the labels. Okay, just like here there is an option. Okay, this label is very So go to add section heading. Here you add section heading. It is a true and false. So put true and false, so that the student can identify. Here also at the top you can write it is nothing but MCQ. You can enter. Here also it is always better idea to add section heading, and this is short answer. Okay, so I have designed a question which is MCQs, true and false, and short answer. Okay, I'm done. Now, if you put shuffle, it will suffer the questions order. If you have more question, make it shuffle. It is always better idea. Okay, and I have saved. It is already saved. So it is saved. Okay, it's done. Okay, now what you need to do? Now come to again UQuiz. This is your test your knowledge. Okay, and this is general. Okay, here you have to test the knowledge. Suppose that you can attempt this quiz as well, and if you want to add more question, you can import some of the question which is created by you in Word or any other format. So let us add some of the question through import option and use those question along with this question. Okay, so how we can do that? It's very simple. First you need to create some of the question, just like I have created. It is very important aspect I am telling you about. I have, based on yesterday quizzes, I have already pasted this question in Word form. Okay, so I have MCQs question and I have true false question. Okay, so I have taken true and false question as well as the multiple answer, and these question by manual creation it takes a lot of time. Suppose that you have thousands of questions, so once you create a question bank, it is always helpful to use this question bank for creation of further questions. So rather than creating each question manually, it is always better idea to import question in such format which can be utilized for designing of various quizzes. Okay, so here what you need to do, suppose that I have pasted in Word in this format question, uh, question one. You won't have to write question number. I'll check whether it will take or not. If system will not take, we can have 1 2 3 4, because it's a different way of importing the questions. Let's see how it works. So I have MCQ questions. I have true and false questions. So two question I have from MCQs and two question I have in true and false. What you need to do, you have to save this uh, Word format to text format. There is the option of text. Got it? You have to save these question in text format, otherwise you could not able to import. So I have imported into save. It will ask a question. Okay, and you have to select other encoding, and here you take UTF-8. Okay, here you have to select other encoding and then UTF-8. Make sure that it should be other encoding and UTF-8, and now save it. Now this file, your question is saved in UTF-1. You see, it is like that. Okay. Answer B, answer B, answer A, answer B. Okay. So in this format, it is saved. Let's see is it's working or not. What you need to do now? You go to your Moodle page. Okay. Go to the more option. Here there is the option of questions. You are importing question. Let's import these questions. Okay. Here there is an option of import. Here you need to select AKN format. Okay. Make sure that it should be AKN format. Now you have to choose a file. Either you can choose or you can drag and drop also. So let's drag and drop. That will also work. I have this file and I have drag and drop this file. Okay. Now there is an option of import. It's showing error because I have not added the question number. You have to add the question number, otherwise it will show the error. Okay. So that's why I said in the beginning that only one question it has imported, because it was showing an error. Let's correct that file first. Otherwise, there are few things to be remembered. First, there should be space between each questions. Otherwise, it won't take. There should be a clear space between questions. Otherwise, it is not going to take. Let's see whether it works. I have chosen AKN format and I have save as text format. If it will not work, we have to just a minute, just a minute.
Yeah, so till the time, let me request participant to kindly submit the feedback. So we have shared a feedback form link to the feedback form. So you can access that link and simply submit your responses on the feedback form. Right. So though we have shared a link in the feedback form that the certificate of for the participation will be there in the Google Drive folder, but we have not uploaded that. So let's wait for this
Yeah,
session gets over, and after that, let's get over the interactions and all
sorry,
the.
I got
No,
a very
no,
important
just,
call. Okay.
yeah, just I just interacting with the participant that we will be uploading all the remaining parts of the FDP after this FDP gets over. Actually, yes, sir. Please continue.
Okay. So what I was telling you that we will check whether this file will work or not, because creating such kind of file, it's itself a very challenge. Sometimes it's work and sometimes doesn't work. again giving error. So it's better to what you do. It's go to your question number and put question number between them. And again, the same way, I'm saving this file. In plain text format, and I have changed the name final. Save. It will ask again, go to other encoding and UTF-8 and OK. Now it is saved. MCQ, it is saved now. Okay, it's saved. Let's see it works or not. Again, I went to my question format. Okay, I'm going to my course page. There is a question. Import AKN format. Import the file, just like I have chosen the file. Okay, then import. I don't know why it's giving error. Okay, let's see. Continue with that. I've imported a lot of file. It's never given an error. Let's see why it is giving error.
Sir, is it is possible that some extra spacing might create
Yes,
this kind of
something
problem?
is missing here. No, it's never given an error. That's what I am checking. There must be a problem. If you have any problem with the space, even it won't take.
Okay, so spacing is not an issue.
Yeah, spacing is the main issue.
Okay, spacing, that's what I'm saying.
Spacing is
That's
the,
my concern.
spacing is the main issue. Even AKN format I have. With this question. Let's see it's how it works. I'm choosing a file. So I'm choosing directly from choose a file. It is desktop, it is workshop, it is model, it's one, and it is test. Here it will also show that you want to upload this wizard in Creative Commons or not. So Moodle offers a lot of features. Something is missing. Just wait few minutes. I'm trying, but definitely it will work. Never happened before.
So we can do one thing. Can we keep only one question and four options?
Yeah, one question
That
it will
better.
take. It will take one
Okay.
question is not a big issues. It will take one question directly. But I wanted to demonstrate you so many questions so that we can create a question map. Just give me a try once again, whether it will work or not. Let me try once. It never happened before. Just now. Maybe there is a problem because I'm using the online version. It may be some problem with server end also. Sometime it's happened. It giving error, so I'm going to demonstrate through different examples I have already. I have demonstrated already FTPs we have. This true and false based question we have. Yeah, this question I have created long back. For the same way we did, let's take this one. You have to create in ACAN format, otherwise it is not going to work. There is some problem with the file operations here. I'm dropping this question. Let's see now it is working. My older file. So in older file I have three questions. And I have imported this file. It's the same way you need to do. And now it is imported. Three question I have imported. Now it comes here. Okay, what is model? And this question is already appeared. For the question like uh, the the question for like details about short answer type question, you have to follow a different approach. What is that approach you need to follow? That just like what you need to do, that you have to define the question like this. Okay, just like I have defined that National Library of India is located at. So you have to define all the variant, just like in manually we have done. In the question 2 we have defined uh, Delhi, uh, Delhi, and it variant is New Delhi too. So you have to define first. You have to write the question and you have to define the variant. Okay, so I have already a star type answer to a question and I am going to import. In the same way, you have to do that. So here again I am importing question. Go to the import. For short answer type question, you have to select gift format. Okay, here you have to choose the file. So already I have the file of answer type. and import. You'll see that my two questions which are there is imported, and now I have put as a okay. So now my question is imported. So what I did, I have created a questions in two format in through Word file. This is also very much possible. What you need to do, that rather than putting the question number, you put 1 2 3. That would be best idea. Otherwise it is creating problem, it is unable to decide the question number. It's better idea to put 1 2 3 4. Otherwise it is unable to take the right questions. Okay. So here again the same way you have to go save this MCQs here, final numbering, and you have to define its text. Again go to UTF-8 and save that. And the same way it's simple procedure, it will work definitely. And I'll post if the solution regarding this error by evening, so that if you have any problem you can import your question. So I'm importing this question. Let's see if it will work. There is something error always coming in this file, so I'll sort out this issue. The some question must be imported. In a real example, this question is imported now, so this question can be used for creating a question bank. So now let's see how it works. Now your question is getting ready. So go to again test your knowledge. Here your go to the edit quiz option. Suppose that you have 3 questions already prepared through manual methods. What you need to do, that you have to add question. Just like I want to add some more question in multiple choice. So there is an option of from question bank. So question bank, I have a lot of, just like what is Moodle, this question is multiple choice question I want to add. Okay, so I have selected. And add. Okay, so I have 2 questions now. Okay, if I want to edit, I can edit it, just like question number is there, so I can edit it and make it question number repetitive. Here the true false question, I can add more question from the question bank. Go to the add from the question bank. The imported question true based on true and false would be appear here. So you could see the true and false based question. Okay, so whether it is true or false. So let's see, I have some of the true and false question. This is short answer. This is true and false, so I have selected. Okay, so true and false is already inserted. That is the new question we took. Okay, and this is the short answer question type. So short answer question type can be taken just like I have taken a new question, and go to the add from the question bank and select the question. Short answer. It is if you mark it by level, it would be best idea. You see, CC licenses are irrevocable. It is already there, so it is important. Only that has a little error. So each and every question is not having question. This question is having question some errors. So you can always edit here. Just like question number should not be there, and it should be no numbering. So here there is no question required. Okay, now my question is ready. So what I did, I have designed a, a question based on MCQs, true and false, and short answer types, and I have imported some of the question based on that pattern in the Word file based on the ACAD format and GIF format. So GIF format already we got. It has no any problem, but the ACAD format has some problem. Okay, so we have already created question paper, and now I am going to evaluate. I'm going to give the exam. So let us keep how many marks is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I made it shuffle question, make it shuffle 2, make it shuffle. So each and every type of question would be shuffled among the questions. Okay. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So make it 5 and save. Okay, now my question is saved. Now you can attempt the quiz. Okay, so now go to the attempt quiz now option, and you could attempt the quiz. Okay, now you can see here, it is the very good navigation option it will create. If you put the section heading, it would be helps to identify the right and wrong answers. Okay, so ABC is automatic. You see the question number 1. Okay, 1 marks. Okay, so here you can flag also so that you have done or not, it based on the instructions. So the term of copyright in India, which answer is correct? Suppose that I have the right answer would be the first one. Okay, so I have selected the first one's answer. The second question is Moodle is it's the open source system, but I am selecting the wrong answer. It's the name of operating system. What is happening? I wanted to show. Okay, you see the MCQs are coming. Here 2 MCQ I have attempted. You have purchased a computer program and installed in 3 computers in department. True and false question is directly imported and it works fine. So it's a violation of copyright, yes or no? So I'm putting that yes, it's a violation of copyright. So it will go in true and false. Again, the symbol of copyright is, so I'm putting the right symbol, C. Let's see. And the 5th question is CC license is irrevocable or not? So yes, CC license are irrevocable. I'm making it true. Okay, so I'm making some question wrong so that you can identify how it is going to work. Okay, and finish attempt. Here you will see that it will show you the summary of your test of knowledge. That first question is saved, second question is saved, third question is saved. First 2 question was MCQ, third question were based on the true and false, and the last question was on short answer. Okay, now you have to click on submit all and finish. It will give a confirmation message, submit all. Okay, now you could see the transcript. Okay, here navigation menu, if you're able to create navigation, it helps you to recognize. Suppose that in MCQ I have first one is correct, second is wrong. In true and false I have first one is correct, second is wrong. first is one is correct, and sort I have both the correct answers. I can see my grade also, that I out of 5 I can grade, I got 4 marks, that is 80%. So it will give you, suppose that the first answer is correct, so it will give you the details about uh, answer also. Okay. The second answer was correct. Okay, the correct answer was, it's the elements, so it has been given. The third question was correct, so it has been also given the correct answer. And fourth question was correct, so I got the good marks. And the last option was also correct, so I got the true marks. So you see that how this system is evaluated automatically your each and every question. And students, even they can see the right answers, even they can see which answer is correct. If you have thousands of questions, or you are giving suppose 100 questions, through this navigation option one can easily identify that which question is correct, which question is wrong. So this is the way we can create and assess the quiz based on the various parameters adopted. There were some issues with this importing the questions. I think that the problem is related to the space and question numbering. If you sort out this issue, it is going to work for you. Okay, so even I could show you it work. You have to create like question like that without no space. Okay, the space was the main problem, that was it is going to work for you. Okay, so main thing was the space. Here you don't give any space between that. If you give space, it is not going to take. Don't give any space in that, and it will directly import question. Save your question in text format in UTF-8, and it is directly going to take. There were no problem is associated we had in the short answer type question, and we have already imported even the question related to this question I have imported directly, and there was no issue associated with it. So whenever you are creating any short answer type, you give the possible answer in Paint. Okay, what would be the correct format of Paint you have, that you could write like this. Okay, that you have to write that just like I have written, National Library of India is located. In parentheses, you have to like write all the possible answers. You have suppose that Kolkata is the right answers, and you have others can give Kolkata is also answer. So Kolkata or Kolkata both are same, but name is different. Both our option is correct. So whether students are opting Kolkata or Kolkata is the right. Just like I have added National Archive of India is located at. So Delhi and New Delhi both option is correct. So give in parentheses, and it is the better idea to import. See, if you give the format like that, your answer can be easily evaluated. Even the minus marking is there. Okay, if I'll attempt the wrong question, it will create a negative marking for me. So let's see how it works. Okay, so I have this is my question I have attempted already. I can see I'm going to attempt again, reattempt the quiz. I'm making some first question wrong, so I get deduction mark. Okay, it is also I make it wrong. This is not a negative base marking. I made it true. This is again I make it suppose that I'm giving different answer, just like I am giving copyright. Okay, and I'm giving true and finishing it. Submit all and finish. Yes. You see, it detected the mark. So how many question I right I have? I have 2 questions wrong, but it detected minus 2 points. So I got 1.75 out of 5. 35% of total. So best this follows the negative marking pattern too. It will create an automatic grading system for the student whenever you are designing the different question pattern. So this is the brief so far I have covered. That how we can design the question manually. So I have covered the multiple choice question, I have covered true and false question, I have covered short answer type question, and I have demonstrated how we can import multiple choice true and false which should be in ACAN format, and how we can import the question which is there in GIF format to the Moodle system, and how we can use it. And now I have shown that how we can create a navigation menu, how we can create a complete question paper for your student. And at the end, we have seen that how these assignment can be assessed and evaluated, and grading automatic grading can be possible. So Moodle offers a lot of features which is simply not possible through any of the learning management system. Although it has lots of options, try to explore these options, and it is going to work for you. And it is very effective methods in spite of even Google Classroom does not offer so many features as Moodle has. So this is the brief about the Moodle assessment and evaluation I have covered. If you have any question or any doubt, you can ask me.
Yeah, so let's open for the question now. So we'll request participants to post or share queries if you have any query or observation actually. Right. So we are now open for all kind of questions, because now we are at the end of this FDP formally, where we can discuss any kind of questions relating
You can
to.
share your experiences about Moodle as well, and
Yes.
e-assessment, e-evaluation, so that
Yes.
we can discuss and we can come to a solution.
So because now we have almost touched upon different aspects of FDP program. So yeah, I thought
In the
my connect.
evening itself, I'll post that solution of that error, why it was giving. There is some problem with the space. That's why it is not taking. But otherwise, it is the same way we have to do.
Right.
We have to save in UTF-8 format, and then we have to import in ACAN format. That is the right procedures we have to adopt.
Right, sir. So let's wait for the. So actually,
if you have any experiences about the Moodle or any experiences about e-assessment, and you have any doubt, you can ask the question. The question asked by the Sarkar sir, that how we can make a class student like Google Classroom on the Moodle. Yeah, that I said that there is an option that even the Google assignment can be integrated the Moodle. Even if you are creating assignment, rubric based assignment is also given there. And it is very simple in Moodle to add students. Either you can, there is a format, you can add the students details like name, surname, forename. They have ready-made CSV file. You just put student's name there and import directly. Even students have option that they can go to your course page and they can register, and once they will register, they will automatically join your course based on your approval. So it is very simple mechanism they have. And it is foolproof also. It is sometime it is better than the Google Classroom.
Yeah, Anup sir, actually my connection is disconnected. I mean, my laptop is disconnected. Just kindly.
Yes. So how many? The second question I have, that how many for Moodle it is based on the policies, the option. If you are using Moodle Cloud, you have option based on the number of students. You have pricing mechanism. But if you are using your internal based Moodle platform, there is no limitation to join of a student. However, you can set your limit based on your internal policies and procedures. In many institutions, they have access of Moodle course for n number of users. So there is no limitation at all. In Google Classroom, they have limitations.
Yes, sir. We are just expecting some more questions.
So if you have any question or anything to share, you can ask me.
Yeah, Anup sir, we can
Yeah.
request to participant to raise their question by enabling just their audio
Yeah, you can
also.
ask.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
share your
We can
experiences
directly
also,
ask.
because it's the last day and your query can't be answered today itself.
If you have any query regarding workshop, even not in this class, related to
Yeah,
the class,
yeah.
there have been 4 sessions of the sir from yesterday till today. Okay, today evening.
Even I have posted some of the question to you. In terms of assignment, if you found any difficulty, you find any difficulties in those questions, you can also share your experiences and how it is going to be useful for you. I can tell you.
Uh, anyone want to add something?
Any participant, if you want to add something, I would be happy to.
Yeah, you can. I think there is some questions here.
Video classes in Google, although they have enabled feature, but it is, there is no limitation so far. The things is that this blue button also, it is not a integrated software with Moodle. It is a third party software. So although it's an open source platform, I personally observed that for locally hosted Moodle, it is getting very slow. For a cloud-based platform, you can try, and I think it will work fine, but it is not very good platform for live interaction or live video classes. So it is always, even Moodle can be integrated with any of third-party software through this plugin, like Zoom or WebEx or any other platform. It can be added.